we'll set up for the next run here.
Is it just too fast for him?
Okay, stream should, the audio should be back.
Alright, I'm doing an in-chat countdown for Jimmy since he doesn't have his mumble headset on.
Okay, his screen regioning is really weird. I'm trying to figure it out.
Alright.
Slightly stretched.
Channel handy, be ready soon. Channel handy, just fixing street.
Alright, just sit tight, everybody. This is also a pretty quick run. This is actually a slightly shorter game than Ninja Gaiden 1, and unlike my run, we have the best of the best playing here.
Can somebody tell Jimmy to turn the volume on the game way down?
Channel handy, turn volume on game rack UE down.
Trying to figure out how to operate this chat box.
VLD : greater than.
You have to
Oh,
register yourself. Maybe. Sometimes channels have that. There you go. Guess not. You just have to click down there.
Jimmy's also got text-to-speech on, if you can turn that off too.
Oh, that's going to be a little more complicated.
Channel handy. Also to
Oh, all of these channel messages are coming out of speech?
Go to configure greater than settings. Channel handy, go to messages. Channel handy, and uncheck all the sounds.
And Dexter's sitting here giving me a hard time about taking out the tail, man. I was shaking, man. My mashing was bad, too. I'm just plain bad at that. But hey, we got the sub 13. Alright, I know, my ninja license is like on probation, but...
I'm just checking the mumble sound on stream. I don't hear any mumble at the moment. There it is.
To me.
Okay, I think that balance is good.
Sweet. I'll countdown in mumble chat. You ready, Mr. Goldie?
I believe I am, yes.
Alright.
Okay, and we're off here with Ninja Gaiden 2. Okay, so this is I mean, as a continuation of Ninja Gaiden 1, it's still very similar, but there are some minor mechanical differences to kind of be aware of. I know in the commentary for my previous run, Jimmy mentioned that damage boosting slows you down in Ninja Gaiden 1. That's no longer the case in this game. You can damage boost off of enemies without slowing down at all, so just take that opportunity whenever you can just for the extra invulnerability frames, and some enemies are just too difficult to pass by without it. So one of the big mechanical differences is that you can get this Shadow Clone. It's a power-up. It's a new power-up in this game. You can get up to 2 of them, and they're these clones that follow your movement around and attack at the same time you do, although they lag a little bit behind your movements. And since this game doesn't have Spin Slash, the usage of these Shadow Clones is the primary way to defeat bosses in the game quickly. Since even though multiple overlapping sword slashes don't count multiple damage, multiple ninjutsu attacks do. So usually you want to grab like Art of the Firewheel or the Windmill Shuriken. to be able to attack 3 times per hit on any boss. So it's pretty much critical to have both of your shadow clones throughout the entire run. So, and you can see the usage of the shadow clones here in 2.1 as it's able to kind of attack enemies and birds that spawn behind them. And one interesting addition to the game is that a lot of levels will have special mechanics kind of attached to them, where, like in Stage 2.2 here is the wind mechanic. So this wind will always go on the same cycle every time you enter a new screen, and the timing's always the same, so as long as you don't slow down, you can kind of predict exactly when the wind's going to blow in your favor. And there's actually a jump here that's required to have the wind going in your direction to make it. 2.2 is one of the more difficult stages, especially the last screen here. You can grab the inside of the wall here. And it looks like Jimmy got it. It's kind of finicky. It sometimes doesn't work, but you know, it saves a good amount of time where you'd have to normally pass by it and turn back around. And we could see the art of the fire wheel with both shadow clones coming in quite handy here. So something that Jimmy's actually really good at, this is one of the things that's allowed the time to come down much more in this game, is canceling. While you saw me playing Ninja Gaiden 1 doing the weird multiple sword hits against the final bosses, that's not quite in this game, but there's still ways to cancel your attacks. It's usually through jumping. So normally there's about a 20 frame delay when you attack while standing on the ground or when using a ninjutsu. But you can kind of cancel out that 20 frame delay by jumping or by landing on the ground. So Jimmy's really good at, like, during a boss fight, throwing his ninjutsu and then jumping and being able to throw it again instantly, and kind of timing the extra shots in between jumps and lands to to kill the bosses much faster. Particularly in the boss of this act, Act 3, has several invulnerability periods that it goes through. And wow, Jimmy's grabbed the inside of the ladder there. That's actually really tight, very nice, instead of having to go all the way around. But yeah, Jimmy's definitely going to be attempting the quick kill on this boss, and since he's invulnerable most of the time, you have to get your cancelled Art of the Firewheel shots off just right in order to... Wow, this got crazy boosts. In order to kill him before his last invulnerability cycle, so Jimmy's really good at it. Let's see if he gets it. 208 on that stage. Oh my goodness. And he got it! 208 plus the quick kill on Act 3 boss is incredible. Very nice stage. You won't see that live very often at all. Moving into 4.1, there's no real mechanical difference here other than just the introduction of some new enemies. These, I call them mortars, these things that fly out of the ground. You can kind of leverage them to do your damage boosts. This final screen here in 4.1 is really important. It's really difficult to go through properly. We see the return of the invincible fire wheel, but this time it is now a reusable power-up. It ends up being extremely effective in this game, that you can just pass by enemies that are normally too difficult to go by without stopping. So we can see a nicely timed jump there to boost off of the mortar's projectile. It's a good 4.1. 4.2, the special mechanic in this is the waterfall and water current, I guess. So they kind of act like conveyor belts, slowing your movement or speeding them up. There's a series of nice boosts in this screen in 4.2, just involving keeping this bird around. The way the game handles kind of its wall mechanics, there's kind of unexpected walls that you can grab onto inside of walls, and Jimmy takes good advantage of that to not have to kind of climb around that screen. It looks really nice. So he's only got 4 HP left, but the enemies in this game don't do a whole lot of damage. As long as you're taking damage off of the enemies that only hit for 1, it's not too bad. This is kind of an expected health value for this screen. And you'll see Jimmy approach this boss with Art of the Fire Wheel. Previously, people only used the Windmill Shuriken, but he's got a really nice canceling strat where he falls off the waterfall and just starts shooting him out. It was a really nice boss kill there.
Is that time for a donation?
Oh yeah, sure.
Alright, we got $10 from Anonymous that says, here's a little something, keep it up, put this towards the Trauma Center. Thank you very much, Mr. Anonymous, for your donation.
5.1 is a really critical, difficult, and short stage. So far, Jimmy's done everything correctly. Notice that you can kind of jump over the wall and grab it from the inside in a couple of these screens. And Jimmy did it very nicely. That last screen of 5.1 there is a really critical moment to do that. And he also got Art of the Firewheel at the very beginning of 5.1. He wants to keep that throughout this act until the last part of it. Just allows you to speed it up quite a bit. And you're always having to watch your ninpo count. Just like the first game, all of the ninpo drops and usages are planned out heavily. See him switching out for a fireball here. There's actually a health drop there, but he's got plenty of health. What's nice about this stage, and yes, the gimmick in it, is that you have ice physics. But since you slide around, there is no standing delay when doing a sword slash while on the ground, so that's actually beneficial to a player in the speedrun. So coming up is a new strategy. I'm sure we'll see Jimmy attempt it, and he's actually gotten it in a recent world record run of this game, where you can kill Ashtar before he disappears for the first time. Okay, he almost got it. He got a couple of extra hits on there, but yeah, just with really clever moonwalking forward and canceling and refiring the Art of the Firewheel, you can kill Ashtar before he disappears, but the timing is extremely, extremely tight. We used to think it wasn't possible, but he's pretty much perfected the technique now, and if you enjoyed Ninja Gaiden 2, you should probably go watch his recent run where he does manage to get that off in the run. So not much going on in Act 6. It's kind of a breather stage, 6.1 and 6.2. 6.1 can be kind of tricky, but for the most part, you're on autopilot. I guess the gimmicky mechanic is that you have these foreground objects kind of blocking your view. And 6.2 is nice because it can be done completely, or almost completely without stopping, just with a lot of clever damage boosting. You just want to make sure you come onto the screen with at least 8 HP to be able to survive it. Notice he's taking boosts off of the enemies, which only do 1 damage. Some of those projectiles will do 2. You want to be careful. So he's getting rid of some of his extra ninjutsu here to reduce his ninpo count. Notice how he ends with 2 ninpo. Just after your timer counts down, your ninpo counts down before the screen actually ends. So if you have any spare ninpo, you want to get rid of it. I'd say 7.1 is the most difficult stage in the game. There's just a lot of technique all over the place. There's additional options for making this stage faster. There's a lot of different choices you can make based on your skill level, and the hardest, the fastest methods are by far the hardest. But Jimmy has a lot of cool stuff he'll show off here, I think. Just clever boosting mechanics, keeping that bird on screen to be able to damage boost off him. Like he sword slashed like on the ground at a certain time, like twice, to be able to delay the bird just enough. Was that a 2:11 on the clock? That's a fantastic stage. And 7.2 is the final act here, or the final stage. Just like 7.1, it's very difficult, a lot of really tight damage boosts, and the important thing to keep in mind here is to keep your ninpo count at 100 when approaching the final boss. You need all of the ninpo you can. So that was a good first screen. The first screen is really, really tricky. Just sometimes when it looks like your timing is perfect, but you just don't get the boosts like you want. This last screen, or this middle screen here, is always a really impressive boost right there. And let's see if he manages to get the forward boost off of this axe. Very nice. Just timing his invulnerability to run out right when the axe is overlapping you so that you get boosted to the right onto the platform. It's very interesting. So here we are approaching the final bosses of the game. Jimmy has a really nice quick kill on this first form of the final boss. It's a really awkward boss since he moves in just this strange oscillating pattern. Notice Jimmy... Okay, that's really nice. Notice he squeezes in a couple of sword slashes there to avoid that extra ninjutsu shot, which will come in handy during the final boss. And showing off a little bit there with the moonwalking. So yeah, you can move left or right after throwing ninjutsu. Okay, had a little bit of trouble there with the head. That's it's kind of annoying when you actually get the quick kill on the head with that ninjutsu shot. And, oh man, my computer's going to sleep. Did he finish? He finished. Okay, cool. Yeah, GG. Wow, that was a fantastic run. That Act 3, man, blew my mind.
Yeah, I might have stopped the time a little late, but I got a 10:30.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I kind of panicked there and Jackio.
Really solid run.
Sick run, though.
Yeah, it was an amazing run, dude.
Yeah, I finally got a good marathon run. I'm happy.
So if you guys like Ninja Gaiden 2, definitely follow Jimmy here. Someone posted a link to his stream in chat. Recently got a new world record time in this game. Definitely a great contribution to the series and great streams. So,
That's
well
it,
done.
right? I think that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Coming up next, we have A Link to the Past's No Major Glitches race between Blunt Bunny and Nicholas Like Sleep. There's the end there. We got a $25 donation from Ramses88 for the Mega Man 10 bonus race. Thank you very much, Ramses.
One thing I want to point out while we're switching over to Link to the Past, only one file name has been donated for, and it has $10 on it, and it's Nugs. But we'll take 2 file names, because there's 2 runners, so if somebody else wants to get a file name in, donate for a different file name right now while we're setting up.
Ramses.
One thing I want
You have a chance to win A Link to the Past Japanese 1.0 version cart courtesy of Yig Drizzle, who has donated quite a handful of things to this marathon for prizes. You can find him on eBay at Retro Saiku. It's his eBay store. He sells a lot of retro games and things like that.
Alright, thanks again to Duckfist and Jimmy for the Ninja Gaiden block. You guys are free to go. We'll release you now.
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys. Had a lot of fun, and keep watching. See you later. See you later.
Yeah,
Have a good
thank you.
rest of the weekend.
Jimmypoopins left channel.
Alright, guys, we're setting up for the Link to the Past race, and again, if you get a donation in for a file name right now, it very well could be the file name. There hasn't been a lot of competition, so please consider donating there.
No donations yet. You still got a chance.
Please, please, please. All this money is going to bringing 2 very talented Japanese runners, Ohon and Bacord, to AGDQ, Awesome Games Done Quick 2016, so that they can play on speedrunning's biggest stage.
$2, you could make it a 100% race.
That's right. There was an incentive here. If we had $3,000 by this point in the marathon, that we would play 100% Link to the Past instead. Unfortunately, unless somebody's got a lot of generosity in them in the next couple of minutes, that's probably not going to be the case. We'll see. More like
we got a 502 donation from Sean Cass. Ready for this raw and rugged rollin' deep race. Wondering why Downtime Death wasn't chosen for this race, though. Shoutouts to Collective Scum and 502 crew. Heart, JRTA. Heart.
All right, let me bring in... Thanks for the donation, by the way. I'm not trying to cut you off. I'm going to bring in the Link to the Past guys.
Like, you can
Sounds
probably
good.
get our TVs now, and then we're gonna... Yeah, we're just going to leave it all up to you. We might, I might say, make a comment at the end of each segment, like if it was bad or whatever, but
man.
all over to you.
Hello, guys.
Hey, what's up, Golden?
Not much.